Nigeria on the brink of 16 billion US dollars digital economic boom. LBS FICAN urged bold policies, innovation and collaboration to drive transformation. Economic experts have warned that Nigerians' economic survival and growth will depend on how quickly it embraces digital transformation, as the country's e-commerce market is projected to exceed 16 billion US dollars by 2030. This was the central message from the Lagos Business School at the 35th Annual Finance Correspondents Association of Nigeria FICAN. In conference, regulators, banks and financial experts converged to chart Nigerians' digital future under the theme, Bracing for the Digital Economy in Nigeria, Taxation, Banking and Finance. And in her keynote address, the Dean of the Lagos Business School, Professor Olayinka David-West, represented by Prof. Akintola Owolabi, stressed that Nigeria stands on the brink of a digital revolution capable of reshaping commerce, services, and livelihoods. He emphasized that the country's fintech ecosystem, which attracted more than 2 billion US dollars in investment in 2024, continues to reinforce Nigeria's position as Africa's fintech powerhouse, with banks such as Access and GT Bank deploying artificial intelligence and machine learning to modernize services. He, however, highlighted unreliable power supply, poor broadband in rural areas, and a shortage of digital skills as major threats that could stall progress. On taxation, he pointed to initiatives like the 6% digital services tax DST introduced in 2022 and the electronic money transfer levy as signs that Nigeria would already capitalizing on its growing digital marketplace. Managing Director of NDIC Thompson Sunday, who was represented by Director Claims Resolution Department Sule Olawale, said that seamless digital payment system could expand tax compliance, boost inclusion, and strengthen evidence-based policymaking. Speakers agreed that with coordinated action, Nigeria can harness a digital transformation to diversify away from oil dependence, create jobs, and build a more inclusive economy. And on his part, FICAN Chairman Chima Titus reinforced the urgency of a deliberate strategy, noting that the ICT sector contributed 18.3% to Nigerians' GDP in second quarter 2025, and while digital payments surged past 600 trillion naira in the first half of the year.
It is the global trend. That is the direction any serious nation should go. It is the path of sustainability enabled by innovation in the digital space, innovation in the digital ecosystem, and all the domain areas you mentioned, finance, banking, taxation, they are all related. And you need technology to be able to drive this, for you to be able to get to the level that you really want to be. And evidence has shown that since the country has started going in the digital space, there have been tremendous improvements, but we are not there yet. $1 trillion for me is a little bit ambitious, but it can be a mission that one has in mind, but there must be a gradual movement towards that direction.
And then there was this problem of trust in terms of transactions. So instant payments pioneered by NIBS provided that comfort of getting your money at least near cash for every transaction. Now we have a fiscal authority driven by Mr. President and his think tanks trying to make sure that we have an efficient tax system. So to your question, the nexus is this. This policy has come at a good time for us as a country because we already have a foundation, a culture of digital transactions. Like most research papers have alluded to, we are largely a youthful economy, digitally savvy, and this culture is not going to go away anytime soon. In fact, I think as a country, for Nigerians knowing what we are, we're always thinking of how best to take it forward.
Identify the issue that were up because of the disruptions in the system due to innovative technologies. And we had extended deposit insurance coverage to Payment Service Bank as far back as 2020. And we gradually also brought them on board. We created a PSBDIF, that's Payment Service Bank Deposit Insurance Fund, which also covered them. We also done what? We moved up the maximum deposit insurance coverage from 200,000 to 2 million for MFBs, which happens to be the sector that's bringing the most disadvantaged, financially poor, into the banking scheme. So with that, we have covered even that scheme in such a way that people who have funds in MFBs do not need to be afraid. For up to 2 million, you can have your funds, if the bank fails, recovered, unlike what it was hitherto. So apart from that, we're also launching financial inclusion strategies, financial inclusion as well as consumer protection.
The ICT sector contributed 18.3% to Nigeria's GDP in the second quarter of 2025. Digital payment transactions exceeded 600 trillion in the first half of 2025, a 22% growth year on year. Mobile money users surpassed 73 million, reaching rural communities that were once excluded. To consolidate these gains, the Central Bank of Nigeria unveiled the Payment System Vision 2028, a bold roadmap that incorporates AI, blockchain settlements, and the African Continental Free Trade Area, driven cross-border payments.